Hello, my name is Liza Elise, or Cafe Misery, and today I'm going to be talking about one of the decks we just got in English out of the brand new, as of time of recording, DZ-BT-09, Super Brave Destination. That being one of the two crossover decks, Ave Mujica. Ave Mujica is one of the boundary bands that got a crossover deck, and it's one of the two that were in Super Brave Destination. So let's not hold it up. Let's get into the list. So beginning of Destiny, Oblivionus just has the regular grade, going second, grade 0 starter skill. The grade 1 Unveiled Secret Oblivionus has the ability that when it rides up from the grade 0, you can search out an Ave Mujica music card, put it to hand and shuffle. That's all it is. The grade 2 Resolve to Bear It All, Sakigo Togawa. When it's rode upon by Oblivionus the Noble, you can check the top 7 cards of your deck, add an Ave Mujica card from the top 7 to hand, and shuffle. Then we get to the main Vanguard herself, Oblivionus the Noble, which has the act ability that if an order hasn't been played the turn, for a single counterblast, you can search your deck for one Ave Mujica music card, play it, and shuffle the deck. If you search the deck, you can also play it from drop. So this lets you recycle them. This means you don't need to be mulling back for your music orders. You can just keep them. You can just play them from drop, search, deck them. On that, she has 2 auto abilities on Vanguard Circle. The first being that when your grade 3 or lower rearguard attacks at the end of the battle, if it attacked or boosts, it's locked. And when she attacks, as long as you played an Ave Mujica music order, you unlock all of your locked cards. So this gives you multi-attack, your pretty much default 5 attacks going first. And one of those attacks is a bit odd, because it's going to be a stage doll for you, Mortis, a grade 4 unit that cannot be ridden except by the ability of Imprisoned 12. We're not going to be talking about everything this card does. We're going to be focused on this first continuous, which just means as long as you have bound cards with Mortis or Mutsumi in their card name, it gets 5k. As long as you have 2, it gets 15 instead. And the hand or drop ability that when your unit with Mortis is unlocked during the battle phase, you can bind a copy of Mortis the Obedient from the front row, left rearguard circle, and you can call this unit to that same rearguard circle, and it's bound at the end of the turn. Why does it matter the specific circle? Well, that's one of the gimmicks of the boundary decks. They all care about which specific circle their specific units are on. Let's go ahead into the rest of the units of the deck, and we'll get to the musics a bit later. Obviously, 3 copies of the Persona Ride. For our grade 2s, I've got 4 copies of Dolores the Kind-Hearted, which when placed on rearguard circle during the main phase, you get to check the top 5 cards and discard one of them, then shuffle. So that's pretty efficient deck thinning. On that, when it's in the front row right-hand rearguard circle, when it attacks, if it was unlocked during the turn, you can counterblast one to draw a card, or if your damage zone has 4 more cards, she does a drive check instead. It's more card power, more pressure on the opponents. Other than that, we've got the left-hand rearguard circle rearguard Mortis the Obedient, which once placed on rearguard circle during the main phase, as long as you have an Ave Mujica Vanguard, you can counterblast one to check the top 5 cards of your deck, add an Ave Mujica card from deck to hand, and then shuffle. And when it's unlocked during the battle phase, you as the player get the ability that all of your front row Ave Mujica rearguards get 5k, and if the opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, the back row rearguards also get 5k. And the reason it gives it to you is because you're going to want to be binding her with a stage doll from Mortis. Onto the grade 1s, we're 4 copies of Timoris the Intelligent, who, as long as you have a grade 3 or greater Ave Mujica Vanguard, you can Energy Blast 3 to choose a grade 3 or lower unit with a different card name from Timoris, from drop or bind, and call it. If you do this skill without an Ave Mujica Vanguard, she's retired. She also has the ability in the back row right-hand rearguard circle that when she's unlocked for Soul Blast 2, You countercharge 1, and she gains 5k if your opponent's on grade 3. On that, we have the left hand back row rear guard circle, Amoris the Merciful, who, as long as you have an Ave Mujica Vanguard, she gets plus 5k power and guard. And when she's unlocked during the battle phase for a single counterblast, you can retire an opponent's rear guard. Lastly, 4 Sentinels for the units. Going into the music cards, I am on 3 copies of KillKiss, which is going to be the one you're searching off of the grade 1. And when it's put on rear guard circle, you get to check the top 5 cards of your deck, pick an Ave Mujica card, add it to hand, and then shuffle. If you aren't aware, the Ave Mujica and the Bomb Dream musics in general, they go to the back row center rear guard circle, so your Vanguard will never have a booster. Along with that, I'm on 2 copies of Crucifix X, which when it's placed, as long as you have an Ave Mujica Vanguard, you can pick an Ave Mujica from drop, and as long as you don't already control a copy of it, you can call it that unit. And if you have a grade 3 or greater Ave Mujica, you can discard a card, and your locked cards won't automatically unlock themselves at the end of your turn. They'll instead unlock at the end of your opponent's turn. This is really good for matchups like Varga or Blondemire, where they're going to be removing your units, and you're going to want to hold pressure a lot. And then lastly, I've got Mujica Celestis, I hope I said that close enough, which once per turn, when your locked card is unlocked, you do the following based on the number of different Ave Mujica names unlocked this turn. If it was 2 or more, the Vanguard gets a critical. If it's 4 or more and the opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, your Vanguard also gains a drive for the turn. So that puts a lot of pressure and makes a lot of use of the deck thinning that KillKiss, Dolores, and Mortis all go through. And of course, triggers. I am on 7 critical triggers. I am on the soul crits. You don't need to use them because you really do want to be on your Ave Mujica names for the rear guard circle, but you don't need to be. I'm also on 4 copies of A Dreamlike Moment, which is the 20k guard front. I like the extra defense that gives. I'm on 4 heals. And then the overtrigger I've chosen for this list is the Spiritual King of Bright Sky, Merizamblia. The reason I'm on Bright Sky is because I think it's a funny card. That's honestly really it. Enos Faro is actually the preferred one for this deck. It's the best OT for the Bondore stuff in general, because you're always going to be wanting to recycle cards and names. But Merizamblia being able to wipe the opponent's board, and if you've already opened up some of your opponent's circles, you're going to get a lot of card draw too. So that's very helpful. But that's the list I'm running for Ave Mujica. If you guys liked the video, go ahead, do all the things you normally do, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And I'll see y'all next time. Ciao.